Good afternoon, everyone. Ian, living in the Philippines. Bit cloudy today, wet, and it's been raining. And it's a bit cool today, even though I'm still sitting in my what muscle t-shirt, whatever you call it. So anyway, let's get to it. Yesterday I done a video about expectations. So people's expectations and what they expect when they're coming to the Philippines. Um, I've had a few people ask me what were my expectations, especially because I lived in different countries. So, for example, when I left the UK, what was my expectations going to Germany, then Germany going to China, and then China to the Philippines? Um, what I'll do is I'll come back to that later and we'll first, what is the definition expectations? And I think we've got five here altogether. I'll put them on the screen so you can see. Especially the fifth one, the last one, is very, very true, and it's where many of you guys go wrong. You'll understand when we get to it. So again, I'll be looking away, looking at my screen, because again, I don't want to get anything wrong. So, expectations. Your expectations are your strong hopes or beliefs that something will happen or that you will get something that you want. So you have to think about it again. Your expectations are your strong hopes. So you're in a country now, for some reason you're going to leave it. And wherever you're going, depending on your expectations, you want it to be better. You want the situation to be better than what it is now. So your expectations are your strong hopes or beliefs that something will happen, something that will happen wherever you're going, or that you will get something that you want. So what you want, what you believe, what yeah. So that's that one. And again, like what just says, you think you why are you thinking of coming to the Philippines? Why did you come to the Philippines? What made you take that chance or that decision? So we'll come to maybe some of them are similar to so number two. So to put it simply, an expectation is a belief, again a belief, that something will happen or that someone will do something. In most cases, that something is defined by us, so by you, and the someone is not ourselves. For example, we expect our flight to leave on time. Yeah, we all do. When we book a flight for a certain time, our expectation is that that flight will leave, for example, 2 o'clock. The flight will leave at 2 o'clock. If it doesn't, it's going to be late. So expect our children to listen to us. So when you have children, you say something you want or you expect your children to listen to you. It's coming from you. And we expect the meal to be served as we ordered it. Huh? You expect it. So if I order a certain thing, I expect it to be like that. So number three, again, it might be similar to the other one. Expectations are the strong belief that something will happen or be the case. Again, maybe you've seen something. Other vloggers, videos from the Philippines. You've seen it. Oh, so it's going to be like that because I've seen it. So you expect it to be like that. So more than anything else, our expectations determine our reality. And our expectations also impact those around us. So, as if you expect something and it is not to what you expected, you're going to get in a bad mood and and whatever. And whoever then is with you, like your partner, that's going to affect them also. In a self fulfilling prophecy, people may rise or fall depending on our expectations and beliefs. So what I just said. So if it does not go according to your expectation, you're going to be moaning and grumpy, and but whose fault is it in the end? Your own fault. But if it if your expectation, if it's higher than what you expected, then of course, yeah, you're going to be happy and whatever. So it says here, the rise or fall. And we'll go to the next one. So meet expectations is an idiom that means to be as successful as people think someone or something should be. It can also mean to do well as someone expects. For example, you might say, the vacation lived up to all our expectations. That can happen sometimes. But only this is the one that's coming now. This is so true. Low expectations is the key to happiness in life. Let your dreams outgrow the shoes of your expectations. False expectations take away joy. That is so correct and right. It's you can't put it any other way. And it's what I said in my video yesterday. You have to lower your expectations. You have to. You can't. I mean, it's just come to mind what I said to you before. If you are, why are you leaving your country? If you're having problems or for whatever reason, how can you how can you expect, for example, how can you expect the Philippines to be better than USA or, for example, the UK? I have my reasons, but again, if you say a third world country, so how can you put your expectations so high? You can't, because everything it won't be able to meet that. For example, your food that you eat in your country. Yes, they have very nice local food, but many don't like that. So what will you do? And then the housing, where are you going to live? You have to first you have to look first. You can't have any. Okay, you can say, right, I would like this and I would like that, but if they don't have it, it's okay with me. I can still live with that. But to say, no, I've got to have this, like many of you do, I've seen it. I've got to have this, I've got to have that, and blah, 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 blah. No. Low expectations is the key to happiness in life. If you put your expectation too high, you'll never be happy because you'll always be moaning about everything. So now we've got the definitions of expectations. See, I was asked from a couple of people what were my expectations. Well, as with everything else, I don't know why I seem to be completely different to everybody else. But I'm sure there must be somebody out there that has like the similar thing that I've gone through in my life. Right, you'll see behind me on my background, I will have um, four flags from different countries: the UK, the German, the Chinese, and the Philippine. I hope I've got that now in the right order. It's probably the way. You'll see. Right, let's start. I'll try and do this very quickly. 1981 or 1980, I joined the army, and 1981, I finished my soldier training and my trade training. I was in the REME, Royal Electrical and Mechanical Engineers. When you finished your trade training, um, you get a piece of paper with it was like 10 places where you'd like to be posted to send to. I know places like Hong Kong and Germany, UK. So you're supposed to tick three. So I ticked three UK bases, preferably where near where I lived. So, as in many cases, you the order is so because my name is Walter W. So I was probably one of the last ones that got chosen to whatever was free. Anyway, a couple of days later, you got notified where you were going to get posted, and I got posted to Germany, even though I ticked three UK bases. So I didn't really want to go to Germany. So what was my expectations? Zero. I must add, I was 18 at the time. So I before I joined the I was still living with my parents in the house. A young, yeah, can you say boy or very young man? So never went to discos, never went to the bars drinking. I never had a beer before I joined the military. So what were my expectations for leaving then the UK and going to Germany? Nothing. I was going there with the military, went to a base there, and you do your time. And then you just you wait and see till what happens. So I didn't even look on the map where it was, going to think about it. I said I was 18 at that time. You don't think about things like that. So anyway, you go to Germany, and yeah, of course, I'd never been abroad. That was the first time I'd flown a plane and been abroad. So they drive on the other side of the road. And the first few weeks, you notice it in the town, the people. So this is 1981. So I wrote in a comment to one of the guys that it says the Germans didn't like us British much. The area where I lived was in central Germany, and there was quite a lot of soldiers there, camps, thousands of soldiers, and the Germans didn't like us much. And you got this. It was like you walking through the town. It was quiet. Someone would see you and oh look, there's a Tommy. It's what they used to call us. And yeah, lots of fights between the locals and the Turks and Greeks, and so. But as I said, so I'd never been to a bar before, didn't drink. But when I then got there, so the guys that were already in that camp, yeah, so come in, we're going out for the weekend. For the weekend, oh, yeah, we went out, and oh, it was brilliant. We went out down to Cologne, um, met some Germans. They invited into their house late at night. They made food for us. We went to a school disco, and brilliant. I thought, wow, wow, this is good. And then anyway, so I was there in the military, so for 6 years in Germany. Yeah, and I met then my wife there, my German wife, and I could speak German very easily. I didn't go to school to learn it or anything, so it came very easily to me. I don't know why. Other people was it? How did you learn English, German? So, you know, no idea. I just sat with them. You watch them. You watch the TV, and you read the newspapers, and it just came very easy. So, as I said in my comment, my life got better leaving the UK to Germany. So that is the reason why then, when my military days were over, I could have gone back to the UK, but no. So I married my German wife, and I stopped in Germany, and it was great. Had a great time. Of course, when they see, oh, you're British and you can speak perfect German, and you're working with them, and you're a good, especially in the company, you're a good team leader or first worker, team leader. So yeah, it all turned out fine. Um, Again, you have no expectations; you just take it as it comes. And so Germany then to China again. No expectations. I was asking from the company to help them build up or set up a company in Shanghai. Well, oh, and again, rugby, where I lived in the UK, around 50,000 population at that time, 1981. And in the town where I lived in Germany was also a very small town, also around 50 to 55,000 people population. So then, like I said, I got asked then, could I go to Shanghai? And I went, yeah, wow, brilliant, yeah. Oh, you'll never get a chance to go to China again. That's what he said at that time. Okay, I did look it up on the internet because we had internet then at that time. That's something that you could not do before when I left the UK to go to Germany. There was no internet. So look up Shanghai. Oh, it looks a very nice place. Yeah. But again, no expectations. I was going there to work. So I was focused working. So anyway, 2005, then I went to China. It was supposed to be 3 times in 2005, a month and a month and a month. Anyway, I went there. Boom! It just blows your mind. Like I said, you have 50,000 people in the town. Then you go to Shanghai, where there's at that time 23 million. It's just amazing. And then all the skyscrapers, all the lights, and the bars, restaurants. It's so, you go there, you just can't stop laughing and smiling. And like I said, you go there with no expectations whatsoever, and you then I said in the comment, it's like you're in a totally different world. It was even now, crazy, absolutely crazy. So again, your lifestyle UK to Germany got better, and then Germany to China. But as I said, so that was 2005. So I set up the company, went back to Germany, worked there another year or so, and then 2007 had some private problems in Germany, and I was able then to go to the company then in China permanently. So what were my expectations then? None. I knew. I knew everything there. So I knew what I was in for. And yeah, how can you expect something better than that? You can't. I said also in this comment, I says, I think the time in Shanghai was the best time of my life. So many things happened there. So many friends. We done so many things that I would not have done if I stopped in Europe. So yeah, it was brilliant. Again, no expectations, so everything that was just a big, massive plus. Um, that's what you guys got to do. Don't expect. Go there to wherever you want to go. Look at it. Yes, you have your ideas, but don't. I've got to have this. Got to go there. Look at it. So while I was in China, okay, so yeah, I got divorced with my German wife, and I met then my wife that I have now. Not have, that I'm with. It's not have, with. So I knew then, right? So we made a plan. I want to finish work. I've been to the Philippines many times with my wife before we stopped work. So I knew exactly what the living conditions were, how much money you need. And so we had from 2008 up to 2020, so 12 years, if my mathematics is correct. We had 12 years to plan everything and to sort everything out. And I mean, you'd say living in a town like Shanghai and then coming to the Philippines, boy, that's you'd say it's like going back to number one again. It is sort of, but this is what I tell everybody. It depends on how you grew up when you were a child and how you grew up through your life. When the very first time I came to the Philippines, I was laughing. And they go, "What are you laughing at?" And I says, "This reminds me so much of my childhood. We had no hot water. The toilet was down the bottom of the garden in a shed with no light. So you might, when it's snowing or raining, we had to walk down the garden footpath to go to the toilet, and you leave the door open because that was the only light that was in the thing. No toilet seat. Okay, we had a flushing system, but sometimes our toilet was newspaper. So yeah, and all the other sort of things. It was so funny, and I thought, wow, this brings me back to my. I said to the guys, I said, I have no problem living like this, no problem whatsoever. It was so yeah, yeah. It's like expectations coming here, zero, nothing. Um, okay, you have on the other side, you have annoying things, like the barking dogs or the cockerels, um, the loud music. But that's all part of the life here. You can't expect anything else. If you don't like it, don't come here. Then go back or stay where you are. That's the part of the Filipino life. And sometimes they get up early in the morning, they're brushing the road, or the tricycles with their loud exhausts. You can make a long list. For them, it's not annoying. For them, it's part of their life. It'll only be annoying to you because you don't like it. It's not part of your expectations. So for me, when I was in Shanghai, much 24 hours, much more noise. Always the horns on the cars, some loud Chinese women shouting at each other, especially the older ones. So it was crazy. And then 4 o'clock, where we said 4 o'clock is the garbage collection every morning. So that used to wake me up at 4 o'clock. Yeah, when the internet was really bad. That's what I said on the comment also. The internet in China was worse than here. Is that possible? Yes, it is. You guys might say no because you've never been anywhere where the internet is worse. I've been there. Believe me. I'm not talking BS. No need. Why should I? Yeah, water. It's one of those things. You can get the drinking water. You buy that very cheap. yeah, whatever. There's always a way to go around these things that everybody's moaning about. And like I said, if it does annoy you, then don't come here. Stay where you are, or go somewhere else. But it doesn't matter where you go. You'll always have something to moan about if your expectations are too high. It is so. Even if you go to Thailand, okay, the food is brilliant there. Yes, I agree. But do they talk English? And if they do, is it English that you can understand? No. Or it's my opinion, no. Vietnam, it's the same. Or wherever, it doesn't matter. So I'm in the Philippines. I love the Philippines, but you see, there are a few things that are annoying, and will they change? I don't think so. No. Other things will. I explained in my video yesterday, like in China, it took China when I was there, the 12 years. It took them 12 years to get to like a Western standard, you'd say. So it's going to take here a lot longer. But you do see over the years I've been here, it is slowly um, getting better. So I just want to finish off now with that last one that I showed you to get that in um, your heads and think about it. Low expectations is the key to happiness in life. It is, it's a fact. Let your dreams outgrow your shoes of your expectations. False expectations take away joy. With that, I will finish now. Take care, guys. Have a good weekend and come safe and healthy to 2025. Goodbye. Take care, guys.